Yeah. Um, this sweetener, yeah, induced offer to a brokerage firm to enter an underlying arrangement with an issuer. Special stock features such as convertibility that enhances the stock's marketability. I didn't know about the sweetener, but I did know about converting stocks into into bonds or preferreds or however you did it. Yeah. Are there any securities? Why don't we look at the convertibility of any and all securities that have been issued in the United States that were issued as a stock that were convertible to? You have some options that can be converted, but really it's not the same thing. That's not what they mean here. Yes. An induced offer to a brokerage firm to enter into an underwriting arrangement. Yeah. A special stock feature. Yeah. Convertibility that enhances the stock's marketability. Yeah. Now, there's what's known as the sweeping clause. Oh, necessary and proper clause. I don't know what that means, right? But it probably involves some sort of lawsuit that I actually do have the right. Oops, should I look at it? Oh, well, how about the sweepstakes? Yes. Why don't we get every racetrack in the United States and all the race horses that are, owned and insured by every insurance company that says, the Kentucky Derby is going to happen this year and Paul's not going to be there. You know how much I wanted to go to those sweep. Just give me Green Acres. Good for you. In fact, give me all the dog. Greyhound. My gosh. A lot of these that gamble, conducting a sweepstakes scheme to obtain money or property through the mail by false representations. You didn't start a false sweepstakes. No. Just give me all the dog tracks and all the horse tracks and all of those that are betters. Yes. And then give me, pecuniary gain, a gain of money or something have a monetary value. Any monetary economic gain that serves as an impetus for the commission of an offense. In most states, an offense that is punishable or aggravated if the offense was committed for pecuniary gain. If I found out that the prosecuting attorney was only admitting evidence for the pecuniary gain of supporting the family and their cult way of doing things, do you remember what the name of that was? Necessary and proper? You're not buying the prosecuting attorney's office so that you can get a share back on the job. Now, these horse tracks and dog tracks, get the communication system and the actual odds and the oh, negligence of failed to exercise a standard of care. Boy, I sure have talked about that a lot. Now that's close to necessary. Yes, it is. Just give me the convertible stocks. Get me all the racetracks and all the insurance companies that insure all the dogs and all the horses that happen to race. A lot of people spend a lot of money on one of these and then they find out. I know you're upset, but the truth, well, necessary, necessary. Oh, neck verse. No, non-donna, negative limitation, educational neglect. Pooch. How many schools want to get sued for having my sons in a cult? You stupid fucks right now. I would think that there's some very special legislation about providing the evidence that they're in the wrong grades. Yes. And then they've been used and abused because of their athletic ability. Yes. And then my wife is deception necessary necessary and proper. The clause in the United States permitting Congress to make laws necessary and proper for the execution of its enumerated powers. Supreme Court has broadly interpreted this clause to grant Congress implied power to enact any law reasonably designed to achieve an express constitutional power. Now, these laws, yes, there's some reason why you're making my sons have to attend a school where my wife made them go to school 2 years behind where they should be at. Yes, because she paid a cult. Yes. Now I'm going to want to speak to them, and then I'm going to want to speak to the Congress. It's the McCulloch versus Maryland 17 U.S. The basket clause, the coefficient clause, the elastic clause, and the sweeping clause. Now, I want my sons, do you fucking understand? Any pecuniary benefit for omitting exculpatory evidence so that the individual wouldn't be charged with a crime, yes, would mean that you yourself would go to prison for fabricating exculpatory evidence that happens to be non-existent because of the amount of money. You didn't do that, did you?